Hello, this is John Wubbenhorst. I'm the son of Arvilla. Here I am. You can see the picture of me here. And my mother said she was in there to see you today, and she mentioned that you hadn't seen the video I'd sent you before, so I thought I'd just make another one because there are actually some updates I wanted to let you know about. Anyway, this is me, John. I look a little bit like my mother, people say. I run a company out here called North Bay Small Biz. It's an internet marketing company. We help people who are very focused on their business and may not know the latest in marketing in today's online internet marketing world, which is very hard to keep up with because everything's changed a lot. Even 3 or 4 years ago is ancient history, let alone, people that are still thinking like, from 1985 or whatever. So we've actually written a book, Secrets of Online Marketing for Local Business. I could even get you a copy of this book if you'd like to see it. So anyway, this is what we do. And you can go to this website, northbaysmallbiz.com, and look around. There's some really good videos if you go to the Learn More section. How to get Google ranking for your business. How to get locally optimized websites. Reputation review commercials. So there's some good information here. But I thought I'd just show you a few things right now. One of the places I like to start with a lot of people understanding the internet is just understand how the average people shop these days for anything. Most people go to Google. At least if people are going online, people are going to Google. Google is about 70% of the people, if they're searching for something, they go to Google. So let's take a minute here and see what would happen if you put in Annapolis dentist. And if you look at this page, there's several things to notice. One of the first things to notice is this thing called, there's Google Ads. In other words, people are paying Google to be on page 1 here. See, it says ad. And then all these on the right side, these are all ads too. And then you have what's called the maps listings. See this A, B, C, D, E, F, G. These pins are all tied to a map. So you could see where the location is of these different businesses by looking at the map. So basically, it's nice to see where you are listed on this maps. So, of course, the higher to the top to the better. Because unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on the situation, let me get back to where I was here. Unfortunately or fortunately, if you're not on page 1, most of the people are looking at just the dentist on page 1. It's very rare that people get into page 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. So it's very important, if at all possible, to be on page 1. And if you're going to be on page 1, especially to be in the maps, because the maps listings in Google have several interesting features. First of all, Google has its own Google Plus page. Here's a Google Plus page. So Google has these Google Plus pages, and then they tie these Google Plus pages to a website, to the website of the company. But that's only if you claim your Google Plus page. Now, there's no cost to claim your Google Plus page at all. It's a free thing. But you want to do that because once you claim your page, you can do some things. You can put some photographs in there. You can put some posts. It's almost like a Facebook. And there's reviews. Reviews are very big in internet marketing these days. If people go to a movie, they want to see reviews. If they go to a restaurant, well, now this review thing has taken over everything. If people go see a dentist, they want to see reviews. So, for instance, if we look on the page 1, we can see that people see Dr. Lee Bonifago, VC Associates, 64 reviews. So people like it when they see a lot of reviews. So that's just a very good thing to do. So, but there are some other factors. So, for instance, in your case, all you would need to do is go to Google. If you go to Google, then type in Google My Business. You put in Google My Business, and you come to this page, and just say Get on Google. So once you press Get on Google, you just search for business names. So we would just put Lightpoint Dental Annapolis. Whoops, there we go. So they already have a Google Plus page for you, but you have to claim it. And once you claim the page, and there's a process. What they do is they'll send you a code. You would need to do this. You would need to claim this page. Maybe you've already claimed it. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like you have. So anyway, you can claim it by in some cases they'll call you with a verification code, or they'll mail you a code. And once you get that code, you can continue to your Google Plus page. And then you can do things like link your Google Plus page to your website. So this is the beginning of getting ranked on the Google Internet. And this is a free thing. Google already has this set up for you. So I would recommend verifying your business for Google. And of course, I'm happy to walk you through this. We do this for businesses at no charge. We help them to verify their Google Plus page because it's really an important thing to do for your business. So that's just a service we do for any business. So now there's other factors, of course, if you want to get into this Google place, if you want to get into page 1 of Google. Again, for Annapolis dentist. Because again, we have to really think, what does it mean to be on page 1? Well, for most businesses, it means you'll get 30 to 50 more calls per month. How many of those people will turn into clients? It's hard to say exactly, but it could easily be 10 to 20 more people a month would become clients. It's very possible. We've had results like that from other people. So and then you just have to decide, what is the average amount of money you're making per client. If someone comes every 3 months, like my mother or whatever, and it's a few $100s each time, so maybe the average person you're making $1,000 a year. Of course, if you had a whole family of 4, et cetera, it might be different. But it's good for you to understand, or even to try to think, how much money am I making per client? So if you think, okay, I'm making $1,500 a year per client, and I get 10 new clients, then, that could be a good chunk of money, more that you're making per each month, actually. So this is just something worth considering. And it really is worth it to learn a little bit about how to get on this Google. Now, there's some other factors. It's just not enough to claim your Google page. You want to optimize it. One of the things you want to do is you want to get reviews. Anybody that you can get to review on your Google Plus page, that's a huge plus. Another thing is you want to optimize everything on your Google Plus page. If it's possible, you can get some nice photos. Here's a few photos they have. You can see these people, little photos of their office, of the different dentists. If you can get some videos made, that's great. They don't have any videos. You can have posts. It's kind of like Facebook. You can build your own little circles. So as much as you can do with this Google Plus page, the better. Now, another thing that's very important is what's called citations. So a citation is just the name, address, and phone number of your business listed in a directory. By a directory, I mean like Yelp, Merchant Circle, all these type of places. And so citations are really important. Google looks at citations as like a vote. In other words, every time you're listed in some directory, Google says that's a vote. So the more votes, the better. Now, fortunately, we have software. We can tell exactly what citations are being used in your marketplace and exactly who has what. So let me go to that place here. Just 1 second here. So this is a company we use. It's called WhiteSpark. And a little earlier, we did some research about the citations that are happening among Annapolis dentists. So these are the top dentists ranking in Annapolis. Annapolis Family Dentistry, Patent Smiles, About Smiles, O'Neill Russell. And you can see over here how many citations they have. 102, 97, 165, 93. So just looking at this list, we can see the most citations somebody has is 165. So the first thing I would say is let's try to get 175. And you got to have at least 70. So what are these citations? Well, we even have the citations they're using. Here they are. Here's a list of all of them. Here's 377 possible places you could list your business. So I realize this is some work, but this is what it takes if you want to rank. You have to understand these things, or at least, you can get someone to do this for you. That's part of what we do. We can take care of a lot of these details for people. And again, not all these citations are equal. There's something here called domain authority. So the citations with a higher domain authority, in other words, if you're in Facebook, Yahoo, Twitter, Yellow Pages, these are very high authorities, so those citations count for more. So you really want to get on as many of the top citations as you can. So that's one factor, citations. There's some other factors. There's what's known as backlinks. So pardon me if this is getting very technical. But really, it's not so hard to understand. It's just how it is. And for those people that don't understand these things, unfortunately, the people that do understand these things end up having an advantage. So it's worthwhile to take a little time to understand it. I like to explain backlinks by a simple analogy. I mean, if I told you I play basketball, you might say, okay, that's nice, John plays basketball. But if I told you I learned basketball from Michael Jordan, suddenly something might go off in your brain. You might think, wow, he's pretty good. He must be pretty good at basketball. He learned from Michael Jordan. Why is that? Because I'm getting linked from an authority. Michael Jordan's an authority on basketball. And because I'm linked to him, you automatically give me more authority before you've even seen me play basketball. So this authority is very important, and that's what happens. In other words, if your website, let's see your website. I haven't looked at your website yet. Here, let's see, Lightpoint Dental. Yeah, here we go, Lightpoint Dental. Here's your Google Plus page. Yeah, here's your Google Plus page. It doesn't look like it's been claimed. There's no photos, there's no reviews, and no one's managing it. So it looks like you're not in business just from this Google Plus page. So you definitely want to get this claimed, and it's a simple thing to do. So the second thing is your website. So here's your website. So basically, you want to have your Google Plus page, you want to have links to your website from authority sources. So again, we have software we can analyze what the other people are doing. So for instance, we know that in Annapolis, this My Annapolis Dentist is one of the top websites. I can actually take their website, I can put it into this software, this website I belong to. Let's do HTTP. And we can find out information about this website. We can know they have 9 external backlinks, 7 domains are referring to them. So we can see a whole lot of interesting information. In the same way I had this White Spark software, I could tell about citations. This way I can tell about what backlinks. Well, the interesting thing is we can actually see what backlinks are linking to this site. And we might be able to get some of these same backlinks. So here's one. They have a link from this site called Dental Review. So it might be possible for you to get a link from this site. It's possible. So we could look at all of these and we can see which of these might apply to you. So in a sense, what's this? usdirectory.com, category Maryland. So here's a directory that you could get on that apparently helps your marketing. It would help give you more authority. So another thing that's very good to do to a website is that the more content you have relating to different articles, to different keywords. So what's a keyword? This is worth understanding, is what is a keyword. In other words, you have many keywords in dentists. You might do something like, you might do Invisalign services. Let's see here. So I'm back on your website here. I see that you do cleanings, tooth-colored fillings and root canals, scaling. These are all different things people might be searching for. People might be searching to restore their implants or extractions. So they might want to have teeth whitening. So the important thing is, if it's possible, you want to get articles that have these keywords in them. Because what Google says is, Google says, oh, this website has information, not just that you do these services, but you have an article about it. So let me show you a website we recently did for another dentist out here in the Bay Area, Santa Rosa Dental Choice. So in this website, we actually made a whole lot of articles about this. So here's a whole bunch of articles. Here's one article about dentists. Here's about being a pediatric dentist. See, it's a whole article with a lot of content and videos. And here's one about emergency dentist. That's a very important keyword. Kids dentist. So forth and so on. So for every keyword, cosmetic dentist. For every keyword, we have articles and videos, Invisalign, so forth and so on. So you want to get more content about the services that you're providing, dental implants. So that's basically about website and Google. So as much as possible, you want to get that. And again, if you can't write this content, believe me, there are places you can get it written. That's part of what we help people do, is we help people get really good articles written. You may not have time to write 20 articles, but it can be done, and you can find these professional writers. It's really not too hard, actually. So this is partly what can be done. Now, another big thing to really understand is YouTube, because the biggest website in the world is Google, but number 2 is YouTube. And guess what? Guess who owns YouTube? Google owns YouTube. So YouTube is great because people also search in YouTube. For instance, if I put in Invisalign Santa Rosa in YouTube, guess what comes up? Again, they come up in order. The one that comes up the most is Invisalign in Santa Rosa. This is a YouTube
I'm Dr. Josh Hammer
that I made for a dentist here in Santa Rosa. Now, here's what's remarkable about this YouTube video. It's just a short video. It's about less than a minute. But if you're on Google and you're searching for Invisalign in Santa Rosa, guess what? If you're searching down here, guess what? This YouTube is ranking on page 1 of Google for this term. Invisalign Santa Rosa. Here it is. Here's the YouTube ranking on page 1. So again, page 1 is like, in real estate, if you have oceanfront real estate, it's very valuable. So this page 1 of Google is like oceanfront real estate. That's how you want to look at it. It's very valuable real estate. Why? Because that's where people are finding you. So it's possible to make a YouTube channel. You can see this dentist has made a YouTube channel.
Hello, I'm Dr.
And if you look at the YouTube channel, we've made lots of different videos on different subjects. We have reviews about them. We have things about dental insurance. We have about fillings. There's a whole bunch of things. Dental implants, Invisalign. So we have testimonials. So there's a whole set of videos. And why is that? Well, first of all, we know these videos can rank in YouTube. They can rank in Google. And these YouTubes are very flexible. You can take a YouTube, you can put it on a Facebook page, you can email it to somebody. So, and the nice thing about having a YouTube channel, or, I know a lot of this stuff is probably complicated if you haven't really considered it. It may even seem overwhelming. But really, this is about building up internet marketing assets. In other words, once you make a YouTube channel, you own that YouTube channel. These YouTubes can be helping people know about your business, not just now, but 5 years from now. So once you make the videos once, you keep them. You keep using them. Once you get ranked on page 1, you can stay there in most cases, depending on how you rank it. But so basically that's what we help people do. I just wanted to give you just a little bit of a vision. Pardon me if I got overly technical. But if you give me a call sometime, I could definitely run you through some more specific examples. I hope I didn't get too complicated. And definitely, we should go through the steps of claiming your Google Plus page. And I would also recommend opening up a YouTube channel. So, it's like anything else, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So, obviously, you can invest a lot of money in this, but most people, what they do is they invest a little money, they get some more return, they get some more clients from that internet marketing, and therefore they can invest more money because they're bringing in more money. So that's how most people work it. You don't have to spend, mega thousands right away. You can spend even hundreds of dollars to get some things going. Those hundreds of dollars can bring you in hundreds of more dollars. And then next thing you know, you have more business. So that's basically what I wanted to show you today. And pardon me if I went on too long, but I hope you got something out of this. And I invite you to give me a call if you'd like some time. I'd just be happy to chat about this stuff. I'm not like a big, heavy salesman. I just like to help people and, more than anything else, educate people. I forget what store it was. I think it was Cy Sims. An educated consumer is our best customer. But that's the way I feel about my business. If you know these things about how the internet works, you can make some good decisions about it. But you first have to understand and get a basic education. Just like you have to educate people about what are the ramifications of this type of dental implant, what's the ramifications of whatever dental service. So again, here's how you can reach me. I can be reached at, again, my website is northbaysmallbiz.com. And if you go to contact us, here's my number, 707-879-8551. I'd love to talk to you more. And thanks for listening. And thanks again for taking such good care of my mother. I really appreciate that. She really has enjoyed seeing you as a dentist. So again, have a great day, and I hope to talk to you soon.